Good afternoon and welcome to West Shamokin Junior Senior High School for today's Heritage Conference baseball matchup between the visiting Marion Center Stingers and the home West Shamokin Wolves. My name is Joe Rhodes. Thank you so much for joining us today, and finally what seems to be the first nice day of spring. It's been an uphill climb to this point. Very cold start to the season, and once you know it, we're about halfway through it. So hopefully good weather the rest of the way and some good baseball action here on the screen today for you here on High Top Sports Network. We'll get things underway. The first batter for the Stingers will be Dakota Bracken. On the bump today will be the one and only Nico Buffone. The right-hander looks in to shoot, fires. This one hit to center field. Tracking it is Bo Swartz, and out for, that is not Bo Swartz. Bo is at short today. That is, not sure who's in center. Lou Swartz. I got the Swartz part correct, just not the first name. So Lou Swartz able to corral that one for out number one here in the top of the first. So 1 up, 1 down for Buffone. And strike one. It's be TJ Lynn who looks at strike two. So quickly ahead in the count is Buffone. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 down after the first pitch, swinging by Bracken. Check swing. Nice job there by Shoop to stop that one from coming here to the backstop. Nice pitch by Buffone, sort of a, see if he can get him to chase. There's a breaking pitch, looking backwards K. Nico Buffone able to sit down Lynn, looking for out number 2. It's 2 up, 2 down. A nice job there by Nico Buffone. Really mixing in the pitch as well and throwing that breaking ball. Had Lynn looking. So now that'll bring the third batter to the plate for the Stingers, Skylar Olp. First pitch swinging for Olp. That one ripped up the middle, right past Buffone. That will give the Stingers their first base runner. Olp with the single. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Landon Bennett. Back-to-back lefties for the Stingers. First pitch in there for strike one. So his next pitch, breaking pitch. There's the runner going. Nice throw by Shoop, but able to avoid the tag. And now the Stingers have a runner in scoring position here. 2 down. The battery is Nico Buffone, Gunnar Shoop. There's a pitch low. Buffone looks in, fires, swung on, and hit sharply to second base under the glove of the second baseman, Peyton Harder, and a run will score. Harder just not getting that glove down. A play that should have been made, but unfortunately not. And now the inning continues for the Stingers. Not a very sound defensive play there at second by Harder, and now the inning continues. He'll bring number 20 to the dish for Marion Center. That, of course, is Ty Ryan. First pitch called a strike. Still 2 down. Marion Center with a runner on first. Here's a nice breaking pitch, tailing to the outside part of the plate. Ryan swing and a miss. So Buffon once again ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, this one, fastball right past Ryan for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Buffon. A miscue at second base allows the run to score, and Marion Center leads 1-0. So we will come back, and the Wolves will have their first crack at the dish here in the bottom of the first inning on High Top Sports Network. Stay tuned. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning upon us here. It'll be Buffon, Harder, and Swartz. Bo Swartz, that is, followed by Lou Swartz, Grant Johnston, Camden Eddy, Pete Orlowski, Seth Matson, and Gunnar Shoup. The lineup today offensively for West Shamokin. The Marion Center now will take their first time on the defensive end here in the bottom of the first after putting one on the board. In the top of the first inning, a ground ball under the glove of Peyton Harder at second base allowed the run to come around and score. Otherwise, Nico Buffon in control on the mound. 2 strikeouts, including a looking call against Lang, and then later on, Ryan striking out on a fastball down the middle, swing and a miss. So backwards K and a normal K. As now Buffon will take his first cuts at the plate. He'll lead off for the Wolves. On the bump for the Stingers. That's a strike called against Buffon. I think that's Reckenbaugh pitching, the lefty. It is indeed. That's number 32, if not mistaken. Pitch on its way. This one chopped towards short. It should be an easy play at first. Off the bag, but able to get his foot back. There was number 24 for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Sorry, it said second there. Not the case. So now it'll be Harder coming to the plate for the Wolves. Pitch just missing in the outside corner there. For ball 1. This one hit foul. Back behind the backstop here, and even the count at 1-1. Reckenbaugh looking in. Breaking pitch outside corner. This one chops slowly. Trying to get over to it is Reckenbaugh. Tries to throw onto first, but over the head of both the first baseman and the second baseman backing him up. So nice job there. Sort of a tough play for Reckenbaugh. The lefty coming to that first baseline and having to toss it and try to beat Harder. Unable to do so. So now Bo Swartz will have a runner at first base. 1 down. Reckenbaugh now in the stretch. And swinging the foul ball. Back off the catcher for strike 1. Ball to left. He looks over to first. Now he'll fire home. Low in the dirt. Nice stop there by, that's Nick Picani. Double check that. Didn't see him on my roster, but could be wrong. No, it is indeed Nick Picani. This one hit down the third baseline. Stop. Throw on a second. Nice play pulled off the bag, but they're going to say he was able to keep his foot there long enough. A nice job there. Ranging to his right was the third baseman, number 20, Troy Slavinsky. And now 2 down for the Wolves here in inning number 1. This will be Lou Swartz stepping in with Harder still at first base. Wolves looking to tie this one up. Harder is going to still second, and then a good jump and a good decision there as the ball's in the, I was going to say the dirt, but there is no dirt here at West Shamokin now with this turf infield. Nonetheless, Harder now stands at second base, runner in scoring position for Lou Swartz, who able to lay off that one for ball 2. Nice job there by Lou. That one was borderline, deciding to hold his swing, and he's now in the driver's seat with a 2-ball, no strike count against Reckenbaugh, and a swing and a miss. Nice job inducing the swing there was Reckenbaugh. Looks back at second base where Harder gets a decent little lead, and his pitch in the dirt for ball 3. 3-1 the count now by Braden Reckenbaugh, the junior. This pitch outside for ball 4, so now runners at the corners for the Wolves. Looking for some 2-out magic here is
now batting number 6, Grant Johnston.
Grant Johnston steps in. He had a nice day the last time I was here. A towering ball to the left center field gap to bring in a run. Reckenbaugh looking to escape this inning unscathed. First pitch swinging, foul back for strike 1. So Picani will go out and talk to his pitcher briefly. So runners at the corners. Big spot here for Johnston. Wolves behind by a run, looking to tie this one up. Pitch on its way outside. Runner's going to go, and Picani smartly able to hold on to that one. Might have given the opportunity for Harder a break for home. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Johnston and the Wolves. This one fouled up. Picani's going to take a look, but this one's going to stay in play, but just unable to get under it. So Wolves dodge a bullet there. A lot of room here at West Shamokin behind home plate and to the right and left of where the dugouts are. But Picani unable to find that one in time. So the bat now continues for Johnston. Runners remain at second and third. Here's a breaking ball, swing and a miss, and Picani able to apply the tag. Nice pitch there by Reckenbaugh to get out of danger. And the Wolves leave 2 runners stranded in the bottom of the first inning here as they trail 1-0 to the Marion Center Stingers here on Wolves TV, presented by High Top Sports Network. My name is Joe Rhodes. Appreciate you taking your afternoon to watch a little baseball. It's one of the first nice days, it feels like, of this spring. It's been, the good weather's been evading us so far. Today, tomorrow, and this weekend are supposed to be gorgeous, so hopefully a lot of baseball games around the area are going to take place. As I know, Saturday, for instance, it's supposed to get up into the 80s. So we go from February-like temperatures to July-like weather here in just a week's span, but that is April in western Pennsylvania for you. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Joe Rhodes here on this Wednesday afternoon. First pitch in there by Buffon, called a ball. Batting for the Stingers is Parker Black. Buffon able to get back on, get back on that one with a strike swinging, so count even now, 1-1. Nice pitch by Buffon. This one hit on to short where Bo Swartz gathers it, throws on to first, but this one wide right. An error clearly by Bo Swartz, so a couple bad defensive plays here for the Wolves so far. That ball hit under the glove of Harder in the first inning, and a errant throw here by Bo Swartz gives the Stingers yet another base runner. Excuse me. Buffon with 2 strikeouts induced in that first inning. This one just missing in the outside corner. The batter is the catcher, Nick Piccone. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. That'll allow the runner to advance as it skims off the glove of Shoop. One and one the count now. Piccone goes down and talks to his coach briefly to get the sign. It looked like there was some confusion there, so he'll stand back in. Count even, 1-1. Runner at second base. After the pass ball a couple moments ago, this one hit hard to the right center or left center field gap. Camping under it will be Lou Swartz, who gathers it in and fires in quickly. One hopper right to the glove of the third baseman. So Lou Swartz showing off the gun at center field. Now one down, one on, and we'll bring Alex Stewart to the plate for the Stingers. First pitch swinging, strike one. There's a nice breaking ball that gets past Shoop. And that'll allow the runner to advance another base. Good pitch by Buffon and almost caught Shoop off guard. So, phone battling. Stewart at the plate. One down, runner at third base. Phone with 2 Ks in that first inning, and he gets a third right here on the breaking pitch. Nice job there by Nico Buffon for out number 2. If he's not going to get any help behind him, he seems like he's going to do it all himself here today. Now number 6 will come to the plate. Dylan Rummel for the Stingers in an awfully bright helmet. By Buffon, outside corner, swing and a miss. Nice job. Once again, really living on the outside half as Buffon. A couple swing and misses. There's another one right there to Rummel. There's one low in the zone, swing and a miss. So once again, as the case has been here early on, Buffon ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. So outside, nothing doing for ball 1. Another breaking ball and a swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts by Nico Buffon to run his total up to 4 in the afternoon. And the Wolves escape danger. The leadoff error doesn't allow the run to come across. So that's a good job there by West Shamokin to buckle down. Most notably, Nico Buffon. 2 more strikeouts right there. So the score remains Marion Center 1, West Shamokin nothing as we head into the bottom of the second inning here at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School here on High Top Sports Network. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Wolves come to the dish here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Camden Eddy. Didn't catch what the signal was, if the umpire gave a strike call or a ball call. This one low in the zone. And that one was a ball. Wrecking ball back on the mound for the Stingers. And a swing and a miss. So I'm going to guess the count is 2 balls and a strike now to Camden Eddy. This one ripped to the gap, but unable to get it. Playing into that one was the Sun. Eddy will get into second base. The right fielder kind of putting his glove up there, and you could clearly see him talking to the center fielder there. And as he did, when their gloves went up, there was a big shadow that came across them. So certainly something to watch for here. The Sun coming from this third baseline. So it's going to be tough for people on the right side of the infield and the outfield, of course. So a break for the Wolves as Pete Orlowski steps in. He looks at a strike. As now Camden Eddy at second base. This one low in the dirt. 4-1. The count 1-1 to Pete Orlowski. Wolves trailing by a run, but the leadoff man stands at second base after Sun playing a part, getting in the eyes of the right fielder. And a timeout called. Ball in the low in the zone. That one almost catching the bottom half of the zone, but nice job by Orlowski to hold off. Count now 2-1. Timeout called again by Orlowski, so Wolves want to make Wrecking Ball work here. Not delay too much. Take his time on the mound. Firing and a swing and a miss high in the zone there. Some high cheese by Wrecking Ball runs the count even 2-2 here in the bottom of inning number 2. Outside, not able to catch the zone. Now the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and I'm going to say that's the first, or excuse me, this is the first such instance of a full count here so far today. The payoff pitch upcoming by Wrecking Ball. Runner at second, no outs. That's a strike 3, looking the backwards K. Orlowski sat down for out number 1. Nice job by Wrecking Ball there in the full count, throwing the strike.
For the Wolves, number 8, Seth Matson.
So now Matson will step in. Seth Matson, the outfielder, senior for the Wolves. He'll call a timeout as well. So West Shamokin not wanting to allow Wrecking Ball to take his time out there and pay so much attention to second base. They've been calling timeouts 3 here in the last 2 at-bats. Here's a swing and a miss. Don't forget that we also have the softball game on High Top Sports Network between the Wolves and Stingers. There's a ball thrown to Matson to even the count 1-1. But those ladies looks like they're about to get underway here shortly. No commentary for that one, but the action still able to be seen here on HTSN. Matson, swing and a miss. Count even once again, 2-2. Eddy still at second base, 1 down. Matson, the senior, at the plate for the Wolves. Count 2-2. And a swing and a miss again. So sort of a pitcher's duel here so far. Wrecking Ball with 2 strikeouts to begin this inning. We'll bring Gunnar Shoup to the plate. So the leadoff runner, jeopardy being left stranded unless Shoup can bring him home. First pitch swinging. This one popped easily to the third baseman, who will bring it in for out number 3. So the Stingers able to elude some danger of their own. That leadoff error, I don't want to call it an error, probably a hit due to the sun. You can't do much about that, but the runner at second base left there stranded after reaching in the first at bat of the inning, and keeping the score where it is. Do the Stingers, they lead 1-0 as we head into the top of the 3rd inning here at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. And welcome back. Top of the third inning. Nico Buffon back out there. 4 Ks to his name so far. There's a ball to the first batter of the inning. That's number 4, Dakota Bracken. This one just a bit outside for ball 2.
Now batting for Marion Center, number 27, TJ Lick. Now batting for the Stingers, number 7, Skylar Olf.
Sorry about that. I had to try to get some things taken care of here in the press box area. I want to give these guys some warm-up music. Got this nice PA system for the boys this year, and some Bluetooth issues. So we're going to hopefully get that alleviated once the computer powers up, and we'll be able to get that going for him. Here's a ball hit to left field. It's going to drop in there in front of the left fielder. I believe it was Matson. I don't know if he just misread that. That one had a lot of hang time under it, but just unable to get to it. Now Bennett will come to the dish for the Stingers with a runner at first base. Throw over. Eddie able to grab that one a little bit to his right. Phone looks in. And the pitch low. Shoop's going to throw down the second. This one past the bag, but nothing doing, and the runner will stay at second base. So Shoop getting tested a little bit today behind the dish. Marion Center runners. Successful in a couple still attempts. There's another ball. 2-0, I believe, the count. I believe it's 2-1, actually. Chopper to Buffon's going to throw onto first for the out. And a nice job once again by Nico Buffon to strand yet another Marion Center base runner and keep the score manageable at 1-2-0. So we're going to head to the bottom of the third here on High Top Sports Network, and we will see you then. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Nico Buffon now will stand in for the Wolves to start things in the bottom of the third. Looks at a ball. Marion Center still out in front. This one hit deep to left field, tracking for it and brought in for out number one for the Stingers.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 7, Peyton Harder.
So one down for the Wolves now. Peyton Harder looks at strike one. Pitch by Wrecking Ball on its way. This one's slapped towards short, slow roller. Going to be a tough play there, but thrown on and out for the shortstop. First baseman doing a good job of lunging for it. Number 24, that was for the Stingers. Landon Bennett able to reach for it and get out number 2. So now 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and Bo Swartz will step in for the Wolves, who really haven't been able to get much going in the offensive side of things. This one outside, ball 1. This one coming right back here towards my camera for ball 2. Again, very quiet offensively here for both teams. The only run for the Stingers, my presumption is, will be given on an error. It'll be an unearned run. No, there's a swing and a miss by Swartz a moment ago. Now this one fouled or hit down the first base line, where it's gathered in by Bennett for out number 3. So a quick half inning for West Shamokin, unable to really, again, get the offense going. They're still within striking distance. They trail by a score of 1-0 to the Marion Center Stingers here on High Top Sports Network as we head into the 4th inning. The score again, Marion Center 1, West Shamokin 0. And welcome back. Top of the fourth. Nico Buffon back out there for the Wolves, catching that outside corner for a strike. Count now 1-1. Number 20, Trey Slavinsky in for the Stingers, and a nice breaking pitch there for the swing and a miss. That breaking ball by Buffon today been dynamite. Able to snap that one off a couple times. Does it again, able to wait on it is Slavinsky, but it's going to be a pop out to left field where Matson making things look a little dangerous out there for out number one. Kind of reaching out the last second.
Now batting, number 42, Parker Black.
So now Black will step in for the Stingers. This 1-0 ball game. Another nice breaking pitch by Buffon. Got so many swing and misses on that today. Starts in the zone and just falls right off this outside corner. It's been working quite consistently here thus far. Another breaking ball hit, but hit off the glove of the third baseman. Still throw on to first, but not in time under the glove, and that will keep the runner at first base. But the defense letting the Wolves down here so far today. Another instance of it there. I know that was a tough play at third, but every time the Stingers have been tested similarly, they've been able to nab the runners at first, and that's just not been the case for West Shamokin. So the difference really thus far. Buffon will be back in the stretch here with one down. Pitch on its way. It's fouled back towards the backstop for strike one. Buffon looks over to first. Now he looks into his catcher's shoop. Just missing. About the same spot that he's hit pretty consistently here today, but that one called a ball. Another breaking ball there. Nothing that Picani wanted to do or could do there. Just sort of had to watch that one kind of drop in. He'd already made his decision early on. And Buffon and that breaking ball again. Strike three. Nico Buffon with another strikeout.
Now batting for the Stingers, number 2, Alex Stewart.
A nice job there again. That breaking pitch has been excellent today for Nico Buffon. Another one there, but that one just missing. 4-1. 2 down, runner at first. Score 1-0 Marion Center here in the top of the fourth. A little bit of a change up. Like a running or a two-seamer for Buffon. A little bit of movement on it. That one swung on early. That's the thing you'll do if you're Buffon right now. You'll get a couple of these early swings just with the frequency in which he's thrown that breaking pitch. Fire home low in the zone for ball 2. Phone with the pitch. Another breaking ball there. Strike. 2-2. Umpire might have thought it was strike 3 instead. Strike 2. Count now 2-2. Wouldn't you know it, that breaking pitch once again, the move by Buffon. Another one there and able to hold off was Alex Stewart. Now the count full, 3-2. 2 down, runner at first. That's Parker Black, who stands with the leadoff from first base. He's going to go, and that ball outside for the walk. Rummel will step in for the Stingers. A rare walk by Buffon. Continuing this fourth inning. Top of it, at least. Bennett looking to make the Wolves pay. Buffon with another nice pitch for strike one, swinging. There's a chopper right to third. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So the Wolves keeping things right where they're at. Marion Center maintains the one-run lead. The score 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the fourth inning here between the Wolves and the Stingers. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Lou Swartz taking a cut on that one for strike one here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wolves held scoreless so far. Here's a ball hit to first base. Bobbled, but able to get to the bag before Lou Swartz is the first baseman for out number 1.
Now batting for West Shamokin, number 6, Grant Johnson.
So now Grant Johnson will step in for the Wolves. Bottom of the fourth. Reckenbaugh and the Stingers able to really limit this West Shamokin offense. Pitch high out of the zone, ball 1. Low in the zone. Ball 2. Grant Johnston looking to get something started for the Wolves. Not even sure the Wolves have had a base runner at third base today. Johnston hoping to change that here. Get something going with one down here in the bottom of the fourth. The driver's seat. He looks at a strike. So now 3-1 the count. Pitch by Reckenbaugh on its way low for ball 4. So base runner will be awarded to the Wolves here after the walk.
Number 16, Camden Eddie.
Now Eddie will come to the plate for the Wolves. Left-handed batter. And first baseman. This one hit to the gap. This one's going to be tailing, but right to the left fielder for out number 2. Well hit ball, but almost right at that left fielder, excuse me.
Wolves, number 20, Pete Orlowski.
Sort of had a tail to it. Looked like he was heading for that gap and then turned right back towards the left fielder. So now 2 down, and Pete Orlowski at the dish for the Wolves. Throw over to first. Nothing doing. Able to get back was Johnston. Reckenbaugh. Timeout called by Orlowski. A couple of those in his previous at bat. Swing and a miss. High heat by Reckenbaugh. Lefty has done a nice job of mixing up location. There, that one high in the zone and inducing the swing and miss. One and nothing to score. Here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs. And Pete Orlowski at the plate for West Shamokin. This one hit high towards first base and able to corral it for the out was number 24, Landon Bennett, and that will do it for the Wolves. In the bottom of the 4th, the score remains Marion Center 1, West Shamokin nothing here on High Top Sports Network. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. 5th inning upon us here. Score remaining 1-0 in favor of the Marion Center Stingers. They'll come to bat here to start things in the 5th. Be number 4, Dakota Bracken at the plate for Marion Center. Nico Buffon back out there having an excellent afternoon on the mound for West Shamokin. Not getting much help from the offense, has Buffon. That one a nice pitch. It's a little bit of a 2-seamer cutter cutting back towards the batter for strike 1. Movement on his pitches today have been excellent. Hopefully we'll get to talk to him after this one. Hear a little bit about his day on the mound, which has been mighty impressive here so far. I'm sure he wants that W, though. 1-1 the count. Strike there. Looked like Bracken was attempting to bunt anyway to get on base right now and disrupt what Buffon's got going. Really, he and Reckenbaugh both having excellent days, respectively, on the mound for their teams. This one right up the middle, gathered in by Swartz. Throw on the run, but the scoop can't be made. Rounding first will be Bracken, and again, another tough play. The defense for the Wolves letting him down a little bit there. It's a one hopper you had hoped that could be scooped up by Eddie, unable to do so. Hard to tell from this vantage point how far off the bag that was, but Bo Swartz doing a good job of getting to it, thrown on the run. But the base runner Bracken now stands at second, and another nice breaking pitch by Buffone for strike one. Top of the fifth. Timeout called. Standing in is TJ Lynn. Breaking pitch on the outside part of the corner. That's a tough one right there. It's just going to die right between home and third base. Excuse me, swing, and now runners at the corners with no one down.
Now batting number 7, Skylar Ulp.
So now Ulp will come to the plate for Marion Center. Runners at the corners. So still no one down here. Runners at the corners. A little bit of meeting at the mound here for West Shamokin, try to navigate this tough situation. You got number 7, Skylar Ulp, at the plate. But we've seen Nico Buffone take care of business on his own on a couple instances here today. None bigger than this one here. Breaking pitch, throw down. Able to cut that one off was the second baseman, just in case the runner was going to break for home. Nothing doing, but now still no one out, and runners in scoring position, 2 to be exact. Breaking pitch, this one just landing foul there. Ulp thought he had driven home a pair, but not meant to be. That one just foul. This might be good for the Wolves, going for home, and run will score. That's an RBI ground out for Ulp. That one nearly just kind of dying once again in the shallow infield. But Buffone able to throw Ulp out at first, and then the runner breaking for home right at that same time, and that allows Marion Center to take a 2-0 lead. Here's a pitch outside, foul back, strike one. Thought that might have left the runner at third base, but again, he was able to break for home just as Buffone threw on to first base. Give the Stingers their second run of the ball game. This one hit high towards third. This will be good for the Wolves. And the second out gathered in there at third base.
Number 20, Ty Ryan.
So now Ty Ryan will step in for Marion Center with 2 down. Runner at third. His team leading 2-0. That breaking ball by Buffone on display once more. Getting ahead, no balls, and 1 strike. Been able to break that one off pretty consistently all afternoon. There's another one right there. Chopped foul, though. Been basically unhittable. Has that curveball by Buffone. He's in the driver's seat now. No balls, 2 strikes. Ty Ryan, the batter for Marion Center. And he takes this fastball right up the middle past the second baseman. Another run will score. Ryan will stop at first, and some two-out magic there for the Stingers. He was all over it, was Ryan. First couple breaking pitches, not making Ryan really guess. Then that fastball right there left up in the zone, and he took it, drove it hard to the right center field gap. And now the runner's caught in a rundown. Ryan's going to be still caught in between the bases. And gunned out. And Gunnar Shoop able to apply the tag. Not sure what happened there. That should have been out number 3, but I thought they originally called him out, but he's down at second base now, so. Maybe they're going to say base runner interference. I'm not entirely sure. Yep, that's what I was going to say. So they're going to say interference on that play that allows Ryan down to second base. So just not a smart play for the Wolves. The defense, again, just sort of the weak link here today. Buffon's been doing great on the mound. Bats, of course, not really making much noise either, but the defense, a big difference in this one, because Buffon has matched Reckenball, who has a shutout going, if not outperformed him. But the one thing that Reckenball's gotten that Buffon hasn't has been pretty consistent defense. This one turned on hard, but hit foul. About a foot higher, and that one's going to be heading right for my car. Not the case, luckily. This is Parker Black at the plate for Marion Center. 2 down. I think it should have been over. This one hit foul. Another one of those breaking pitches that ends up on the outside part of the plate. And here's the thing that's frustrating about this, if you're a Wolves fan, is you should be out of this inning, and right now you got Buffon who's out there cruising, and you're making him waste pitches if not you're unable to get that out on that rundown. This one hit sharply right at the third baseman. Unable to gather it. The run will score. And again, defense. The bugaboo for West Shamokin. That one hit sharply at number 6. Grant Johnston, but the lead swelling 2-4 for Marion Center.
Now batting number 18, Nick Basote.
This one going to escape Shoop. This one a little bit outside. The runner will trot down to second base. An inning that could have been over a while ago, several pitches ago. Not for the interference call on the rundown. This one in the dirt for ball 1. Should be ball 2, looks like. There's strike 1. Top of the 5th. This one getting away from the Wolves a little bit, but the defense letting them down. There's a swing and a miss. Nick Piccani, the batter, the catcher for the Stingers. Looking to extend an already successful inning for Marion Center, but a swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Wolves get out of a Another unfortunate inning in which the Stingers played a few, and they now lead by a score of 4-0 here as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School. And we'll be back here in a moment with the bottom of the 5th inning on High Top Sports Network. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network, bottom of the 5th inning, and Marion Center lead now up to 4 after putting a couple on the board there in the top half of this inning. Could have been out of it with far less damage done, but call with the Wolves defense was on the path of the base runner on a rundown. Allowed the inning to continue. It would have gotten Ty Ryan out. Another run coming across after that. Ryan able to score on
the Wolves, number 8, Seth Matson.
a base hit. So now Seth Matson lead things off here for West Shamokin in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch from Wrecking Ball high, ball 1. That one low in the zone, but called a strike, runs it even, 1-1. Seth Matson, the number 8 hitter in the order for West Shamokin. This one well outside. For a ball, count 2-1. This one hit hard up the middle, but Wrecking Ball with a nice snare and throw onto first for out number 1. Nice job there by the lefty, helping himself out on the defensive end. Able to snare that one and throw it on to first for the out. Now the freshman Gunnar Shoup will have an AB here in the 5th. Looks at ball 1. One down here in the bottom of inning number 5. Pitch outside for ball 2. There's a strike taken. First of this at bat, count now 2-1. Outside, nice job to lay off as Shoup. The count now 3-1. Freshman catcher, number 9 hitter, and then he'll be back to the top of the order. And ball 4, so base runner on for leadoff hitter Nico Buffon.
Number 17, Nico Buffon.
So Buffon, followed by Harder and Bo Swartz, due up with one down here. Runner at first. Be a pinch runner now brought on for Shoup. Looks like it'll be Josh Kunkel with the duties. Now Nico Buffon. A lot of run support so far, looking to maybe help himself here. In inning number 5. He looks at a ball. This one escaping, and if the runner was able to break there, he would have gotten down to second base safely. But instead, he'll remain at first base. Count 1-0 to the West Shamokin pitcher, Nico Buffon. Thrower to keep Kunkel honest. Another throw over to first. Nothing doing. This one outside, so control a little bit off right now for Wrecking Ball. Been excellent here today. Count now 3-0 now. To Nico Buffon with one down and a runner at first base. See if Coach Dave Powers, standing at third base, will give Buffon the green light here, or that's another walk, and now 2 on. With one down. And Peyton Harder will step in for West Shamokin. Looks like a mound visit for Marion Center. So let's see if the Wolves can take advantage. It looks like they're going to face a new pitcher here. I believe that's number 20. Trey Slavinsky will be the man in relief for Marion Center here in the 5th inning. And Peyton Harder will be the first to greet Slavinsky. So that will, well, the book will remain open for Wrecking Ball with 2 guys on. Once those runners are either come around to score or out or whatever the case may be, that will close the book on him officially. But right now, no runs given up by Wrecking Ball. The worst case for him will be 2. Still an excellent outing for that young man, the lefty for Marion Center, doing his part for sure. Getting some help defensively, but pitching having an excellent outing here today on the road at West Shamokin. Oh, he hands the ball over to Slavinsky, who inherits 2 runners. Peyton Harder with 1 down, looking to make the Stingers pay. He looks at strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Number 2 batter in the order. Peyton Harder stands in with 2 runners on and 1 down. This one's going to trickle to the right of Picani, but able to get to it quickly enough to not allow the runners to advance. This one gonna get between the umpire and the catcher there, so the runners will advance now. 2 balls and a strike now. Wolves have 2 runners in scoring position here with 1 down. And a strike called, so count now even, 2-2. Slavinsky, his first batter after coming in relief for Reckenbaugh. And a swing and a miss for out number 2. So
Now batting for the Wolves.
Wolves now just 1 out away from squandering a great opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position. Now Bo Swartz at the plate for West Shamokin. Strike 1 called. That one looked awfully low, but strike called nonetheless. No balls and a strike. Swartz' first opportunity to face Slavinsky. Righty on righty matchup. This one hit hard to deep right field. This one's going to keep carrying and get up against the fence. 2 runs will score. Bo Swartz is going to have a close play at third. He slides under the tag for a triple. And the Wolves score 2 on an RBI triple by Bo Swartz. Much needed there. The Wolves cut the lead in half. 4-2. Now Lou Swartz stands in. His team trailing by just 2 runs now. Ball outside. 4-1. There's a strike call. 1-1 the count now to Lou Swartz. His brother standing at third base after a 2-run triple a moment ago to bring home the first runs of this ball game for West Shamokin. There's a big curveball. It's a slider of sorts for Slavinsky. And another run will score despite the swing and a miss. Well, Lou Swartz. It's a 2-2 count with 2 down, but another run across for the Wolves, who now trail by just a run. It's 2-2. Pitch to Swartz outside for ball 3. Fortunate for the Wolves, no base runners on. But the full count now to Lou Swartz, bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch on its way. Low in the zone. They're going to say strike 3. Awfully low there, but the backwards K for Slavinsky will end things in the bottom of the 5th, but not without the Wolves. Coming back and scoring 3. Now they trail by just a run. As we head into the 6th inning, the score, Marion Center 4, and the West Shamokin Wolves 3 here on High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back for 6th inning action in a minute. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Top of the sixth inning upon us here. Nico Buffon back out there on the bump. Now down by just a run. And number 2, Alex Stewart, will stand in for the Stingers. That's a pitch high in the zone, fouled straight back for strike 1. Me? I'm okay. Yeah. The wonderful Megan Buffon trying to offer me food while I'm trying to talk on the air. I don't know if anybody out there would care much for me chewing in your ear. Although I've done it and you guys just haven't known it. That's the thing. You got to know how to do it correctly. You can sneak a couple bites in while you're on the air. It's possible. Pitch by Nico Buffon on its way, and another swing and a miss. Stewart with nothing to do there, and Nico Buffon again just cruising that breaking ball. It's been his MO today, and getting another swing and a miss there does number 17 Nico Buffon. First pitch in there for a ball to Dylan Rummel. This one hit down the left field line, and Matson taking a couple steps to his right to secure the out. So 2 up and 2 down. As Dakota Bracken comes to the plate for the Stingers. Quick inning so far. And that's good for the Wolves, who I'm sure would like to get back to the plate after putting 3 on the board in the last half inning. Another breaking pitch outside for ball 1. I'll apologize here real quickly. Nick Piccone, the catcher for Marion Center. I was calling him Piccone. It's Piccone. Swing fouled towards third base. And a swing and a miss there, so Buffon battling. Three and 2 the count now. With 2 down. And can't induce the swing to Bracken. That will continue the inning here.
Now batting for the Stingers, number 27, TJ Lynn.
Now Lynn will step in for Marion Center. Strike on the inside corner for Buffon. Nice pitch there once again. His placement has been excellent today, whether it be that fastball or the curveball especially, but finding the black often. Nice scoop there by Eddie at first. Pickoff attempt. No balls and a strike, 2 down. Top of the 6th. And a steal attempt. Is good. Then Bracken scampering down to second base. No throw from Shoup. And strike 3, swinging another strikeout by Nico Buffon, and that will end things in the top of the 6th. base runner stranded, and the Wolves down by just a run as we head into the bottom of the sixth. The score, Marion Center 4, West Shamokin 3 here on High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. First at bat of the game will be Rogers. Braden Rogers looks at strike one. Number 25 for the Wolves, the right-handed batter. Slavinsky back out there for the Stingers. Throws strike two in there, so quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. This one drilled to the opposite field. That one's going to one-hop. Rounding first is Rogers, who falls, and will have to get back to first base with a very long single.
Batting for the Wolves, number 16, Camden Eddy.
Thought the Rogers was heading for extra bases, but instead he was heading for a big tumble as he rounded first base. Nice job, nice piece of hitting there by Rogers with 2 strikes. Now Camden Eddy looks at ball one. Wolves with a tying run now at first base. No one down. Eddy, the go-ahead run at the plate. A big cut and a miss for strike one. 1-1 the count now to Camden Eddy, the Wolves first baseman. Rogers stands at first. And a swing and a miss. Nice job there by Slavinsky, putting that one on the outside part of the plate. He's now ahead, 1 ball, and 2 strikes. That one just a bit outside. Count even 2-2 to Camden Eddy. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Slavinsky able to set Eddy down on strikes. The first out of this 6th inning. Now Cody Baker, another reserve for the Wolves today, will step in with 1 down. Runner at first. Slavinsky in the stretch. There's a nice bunt there by Baker. Third baseman's going to come on. Throw on to first. Bang, bang, play at first base. And the out called. We'll get Rogers over to second base. Good bunt by Baker, but a better throw by the third baseman. That, of course, Parker Black.
Number 4, Max Long.
Get a Franny Buffone over here. Let me know that my roster is incorrect. Number 20 pitching is Ty Ryan, not Trey Slavinsky. Ty Ryan listed at 16 on this roster. He's not. He's number 20, of course. A strike called. Ryan showing some good velocity here for Marion Center on the mound. He's now ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Ryan able to close the door there on the Wolves and keep them to just 3 runs. And the score now, as we head into the 7th inning, it is Marion Center 4. West Shamokin 3 here on this beautiful spring afternoon at West Shamokin Junior Senior High School on High Top Sports Network. So we come back. The 7th inning will be upon us. See if the Wolves can either come back or the Stingers can hold on to this narrow lead and assume the victory in this Heritage Conference matchup on High Top Sports Network. Stay tuned. You gotta love Max Preps. These stupid rosters, it doesn't matter what sport it is, 9 times out of 10 they're wrong.
I just love because Nico played travel ball with.
Yeah. I've seen it before too, I should know that, but it's so hard with the hats on.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
No. It's really not. If it was a West Shamokin kid, I'd probably feel a little worse.
I don't really mind.
Dude, look at this though. Alright. I guess, okay, never mind. You're right. I thought they had him as number 16 on this roster too that I have. I would have been really mad.
And I was pretty sure when he said it, I was like, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm just reading it.
No, you're right. So those 2 swap numbers. He and Slavinsky. So Slavinsky's number 16. He's not even playing. The kid's got a lot of love today for somebody that hasn't played at all.
Yeah, that's all right. Batting for Marion Center,
Yeah, again, I want to apologize. He got the numbers mixed up. Poor Ty Ryan, who's doing a nice job in relief there on the mound, is number 20, and number 16, was the number he was listed as, is Slavinsky. And Trey Slavinsky with not playing in this one, but getting plenty of love nonetheless here on High Top Sports Network. That's what we're here for. This one hit sharply through the hole on the right side. So leadoff single for number 7, Skylar Ulp.
batting for the Stingers, number 24, Landon Bennett.
Well, Landon Bennett will come to the plate for Marion Center. A runner at first base, the lefty. Still facing Buffone, who throws over to first base. Really like to see Buffone get through this inning. He's just had an excellent afternoon here. Runner going, throw down. Almost able to maybe nab the runner, but just a bit behind and a lot of air under it. So now runner at second base. No one down. 1-0 the count. This one hit. And that one's going to go under the glove of the first baseman. Runner's going to be waved home. The throw not going to take place. And another run scores for the Stingers after another ball able to get under the glove of a Wolves defender. And Dave Powers will come out and likely relieve Nico Buffone of his duties. Just unlucky today. Defense really letting Nico Buffone down, needless to say. And now Lou Swartz will head to the plate, or excuse me, to the mound rather, and pitch for the Wolves. Buffon to short. Bo Swartz out to center field. But Nico Buffon, despite being on the wrong end of this decision so far, not without a strong performance from that young man on the mound. Just a couple plays defensively behind him and really made the difference in this one. Right there, another one. The ball just gets under the glove of the first baseman. It's kind of how things started here today. A ball that got under the glove of the second baseman, Harder, allowed the first run to come across. Now Ty Ryan will step in for the Stingers. It'll be the first man to face and greet Lou Swartz on the mound. No one down, runner at first base. Pitch in there for a ball. And a swing and a miss. One and one the count. To Ty Ryan. There's a breaking ball, and he drives it right between the third baseman and shortstop, and now two runners on. Parker Black will come to the plate for Marion Center. Still no one down, two runners on. Make sure you stay tuned after this one. Hopefully we'll get an interview in, along with Namar Klingensmith's player of the game. Klingensmith's Pharmacy, a big supporter of spring sports here. I'm glad to have them aboard after a very exciting fall and winter sports season. Here's Lou Swartz with the pitch low in the zone for ball. This one hit sharply to short, throw on to second, but unable to be brought in. Boy, oh boy. The defensive woes continuing for West Shamokin. Peyton Harder. Supposed to be on the receiving end of that snare from Buffon. Buffon reeling that play in, throwing over to second base, trying to get the double play, but it's not meant to be. So now one out. Ball now to number 18. That's Nick Piccone. Count even now after a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count, one down to Nick Piccone. Outside, swing and a miss for strike two. Breaking pitch here. This one's slap but foul. Gunnar Shoup tracks it down just for good measure. So count remains 1-2. one down here in the top of the 7th inning. Marion Center putting another one on the scoreboard here to take a 2-run lead. They hope to not be done yet with runners at first and second with just one down. Pitch by Lou Swartz, swung on, hit sharply to center field where Bo Swartz gets it, and they won't test that arm out there. That is out number 2. We saw Lou make a play, or excuse me, Bo rather, last year, one of the best outfield plays I've seen in high school baseball. He was literally about 2 steps in from the fence and gunned the guy down. Didn't even really get to set his feet or crow hop or anything, and just sort of threw it off flat-footed and gunned the guy out at home base, or at home plate rather, on a one-hopper. It was mighty impressive. Here's a pass ball. Shoop's going to come back, track it down, and both runners will advance. So now guys at second and third base here with 2 down. But back to that play last year. Yeah, Bo just sort of used an all-arm to get it in, and again, one hop strike right to the catcher. I believe it was Nico Buffon catching that game and getting the out. Turning on this one quickly down the line for a foul ball. There's no question that Bo Swartz and Lou, for that measure, know how to throw things, whether it be a football or baseball. Saw the two connect on a couple nice plays during basketball season as well. But you're not going to test those young men too often. Ball low in the zone to number 2. That's Alex Stewart stepping in for the Stingers. Got a big spot here, but 2 down. Runners at second and third. This one drilled up the middle. Stopped. Harder's going to throw on to first, but the throw late. And 2 runs will score. After the play, no one really, Eddie just not looking home, and another run coming across. And boy, oh boy, that will sadly close the book on Nico Buffon's afternoon. Those 2 runs coming across, but again, if Eddie, after receiving that ball, keeps his head up and looks home, the second run probably doesn't score. So just some mental mistakes really for West Shamokin. An inning that could have been over a bit ago if Harder was able to corral that ball that was snared by Nico Buffon at short. Almost got the double play, but it's not meant to be. There's another still for the Stingers. Swartz now in the stretch. Going to throw back to second base. It's a foul ball. Hit well, but out of play. One fouled straight back here to our camera. Holding my breath at this point, hoping that we couldn't go with our normal camera setup today. Had to go with a more expensive setup, unfortunately, leaving one of our cameras a little more vulnerable. Three and 1 the count now. This one drilled. Fair ball. It's going to stay in. Run will score. And Marion Center adding on now here in the 7th inning. They lead 8-3. It was a 1-run game heading into this inning. Now swelled to a 5-run Marion Center advantage. Still 2 down. Runner now at second base, and there's a breaking pitch in for strike number 1 to Dakota Bracken. There's another pitch right up the middle. Throw on to first in time. Nice job there by Peyton Harder, and that will stop the bleeding for West Shamokin here in the 7th inning. It was a one-run game. It's now ballooned into a 5-run Marion Center advantage here as West Shamokin looks to give it a go here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Their last chance coming up for the Wolves. Again, they trail by a score of 8-3. Here on High Top Sports Network, so stay tuned. We'll be right back here in a jiff. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Gunnar Shoop, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Wolves, will step to the plate. First pitch swinging for strike 1. Really miscues the story here today. A game that's much closer than the score indicates. This one inside for ball 1. Ryan's pitch on its way. This one fouled back behind the backstop for strike 2. Ty Ryan coming in relief of Braden Reckenbaugh and doing a fine job for the Stingers. The ball outside. Pitch on its way. This is a ball as well. Another breaking ball. Trying to induce the swing from Shoop. Nothing doing. Three-two the count. Shoop gets out of the way, but he keeps his bat up there. And so that keeps Ryan in things here. I was heading right for him. He just dropped straight down but left the bat up there, and ball hit it pretty squarely and lands into foul territory. And strike 3. Just no catching any breaks today have the Wolves. She had a runner standing at first base right there instead. A strikeout looking. And now Nico Buffon steps in, representing the top of the order for West Shamokin. He's going to come straight back right off this pole. Foul ball back behind the backstop for strike one. 1-1 the count to junior Nico Buffon. Playing short now after starting on the mound for West Shamokin. Breaking ball, good pitch there by Ryan. Count now 1-2. One down here in the bottom of the seventh. Piccone kind of wearing that one a little bit. Phone, fly ball, shallow center field. That's going to drop in there. Buffon's going to get an extra base out of it, and he will slide into second base. Does Nico Buffon give the Wolves a base runner here in the bottom of the seventh with one down and trailing by 5.
Batting for West Shamokin, number 7, Peyton Harder.
Peyton Harder will come to the plate now for West Shamokin. Buffon at second base and one down. First pitch into Harder. Well outside for ball 1. And a timeout called by the Stingers. Quick meeting at the mound. One down. And count 2-0 to Peyton Harder. The count now. You imagine that Harder's going to have a take sign here. With Bo Swartz and Lou Swartz on deck. Bo Swartz, of course, with a 2-run triple his last time at the plate. And ball 4. So 4-pitch walk puts runners at first and second. And the aforementioned Bo Swartz
Number 1, Bo Swartz.
will come to the plate. This one's going to get past the catcher and then allow both runners to advance. Buffon to third and Harder to second. Swartz cutting into the lead, the last at bat, looking to do the same here now as Marion Center leading by 5 and can't hold back on that one. Strike swinging. With one down, runners on second and third. And a strike on the breaking pitch, sort of a slurve of sorts. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. See if Ryan comes back with that same pitch. It's worked the last 2 occasions. This one chopped towards first. The tag applied. 1 run will score, though, so an RBI ground out for Bo Swartz.
Batting number 24, Lou Swartz.
Down to a 4-run lead, but the Wolves down their last out. sure if they're going to change pitchers or not here. Just a meeting. That will do it, looks like, for Ryan. 2 down here in the 7th. That will close the book on Ryan. Now in to pitch for the Stingers will be Dakota Bracken. The 3rd pitcher of the afternoon for Marion Center. Braden Reckenball, the starter, then Ty Ryan coming in relief, and now it'll be Dakota Bracken tasked with trying to end this one and give the Stingers the victory. Lou Swartz. These guys are going to try to take out this camera, aren't they? Before this is all said and done. Lou Swartz standing in now for West Shamokin. Followed by Johnston, who is on deck. Or excuse me, that's Braden Rogers, it looks like, who's on deck now. Number 25. First pitch on its way, low in the zone, ball 1. This one low as well. More ball 2, so quickly ahead in the count is Swartz, 2-0. Harder stands at 3rd. Swung on, grounded to second base. This should do it, and it is outnumbered 3, and the Stingers come away with a victory. The final, Marion Center 8, West Shamokin 4, here on this beautiful day in mid-April. Stingers, neighbors down the road, down Route 85 and hanging left on 119. They come away with the win here today, again by a final of 8-4. So we will take a quick pause here and hopefully be back with some final numbers here on High Top Sports Network and maybe an interview as well. So stay tuned for that when we get back on HTSN. My name is Joe Rhodes. We'll see you then. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. The final here, it is West Shamokin falling by a score of 8-4, despite the losing effort. We're going to try to get Nico Buffon in here, the pitcher for the Wolves. See if Nico's informed that we would like to speak with him. But tough loss today for the Wolves. Again, I think the big deciding factor was defense. Marion Center making the plays behind their pitchers that they had to. Of course, that's taking nothing whatsoever away from Braden Reckenbaugh, the starter for Marion Center. He was cruising throughout. Not a lot of great contact made against him, but again, when the ball was hit, plays were made behind him, and Reckenbaugh was the victor as a result. Buffon going toe-to-toe with him, though. And then for the Wolves, and some miscues and some tough defensive plays thereafter, the difference as they fall by a score of 8-4. Again, the pitchers today for Marion Center, Braden Reckenbaugh, the starter. Then coming in relief was Ty Ryan, and then they're making the last out, as you saw. Just one batter faced was Dakota Bracken for Marion Center. What was he talking about? Actually, that's going to wrap it up for us here on High Top Sports Network. We got a JV game here upcoming, so we will not be doing that one, but it looks like the girls softball game is still ongoing, so if you want to flip over to that, of course, happening here on High Top Sports Network. So, again, thank you for taking this beautiful afternoon, one of the rare ones we've had so far here in this April, and hopping on High Top Sports Network and watching some Heritage Conference baseball with myself, Joe Rhodes. Always certainly appreciate it. And as I always say, there are so many ways to spend your time, and you constantly come back and decide to spend it with us here on High Top Sports Network, and we couldn't be any more humbled or grateful for it. So thank you again for that. Big stretch upcoming here on High Top Sports Network, several games, whether it be here in the Heritage Conference or the Whippeal, both softball and baseball. Certainly some big games on tap as we head down the final stretch. It's hard to believe the season already half over. Very few games left on the docket. So make sure you're tuning in and checking out our social media pages to see what games are on tap for the day and what games are upcoming and when your favorite team plays next here on High Top Sports Network. So one final time, my name is Joe Rhodes. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon here with me. Have a great rest of your week, and may no train pass you by.